You can cook it, you can vape it, like actual e-juice vape, not just putting it in a vaporizer and having that shit be fucking combusted in your fucking face. Many people would rather smoke marijuana than smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol. So it's bad for both industries. I don't know, maybe they just watched Reefer Madness too many times. They saw those same results in adults. Like, I'm sorry you guys, I'm way too lit to like fucking remember fucking scientific terms. I'm sorry, I'm gone beyond that. Hello everyone, my name is Isis Elliott, and welcome to That's probably the best fucking one yet. The web series where I get lit and then do whatever the fuck I want. Normally it's like a rant or something, but sometimes I do things. I don't know. I don't feel like doing anything today, so today y'all are fucking getting rants. Anyway, I'm drinking on a mimosa today. I'm very happy with this mimosa, and I'm gonna get right into this conversation because it's a very important conversation to have, I think, right now, and let's do it. I also don't want this video to be too long, so... I hope my makeup doesn't start coming off. Today, we're talking about weed, ganja, marijuana, Mary Jane, cannabis. And the reason we're talking about weed here is because I think that it's stupid that we have to talk about weed. That's why we're talking about it. Now, of course, I don't partake in marijuana because I'm not in a state that I can legally partake. But for people who are in states where they can legally purchase medical marijuana and recreational marijuana, even those who are in illegal states who are buying it illegally and still consuming it, you know all of the benefits that it has. And they have, and I think one of the best ways that you can normally tell whether you're listening to the right side of the information or the wrong side of information is simply to look at the abundance of credible information. And when you go look for any evidence against marijuana use, normally number one, it's very flimsy and they keep saying there's not enough studies, there's not enough science, there's not enough this, and they give you like the same list of possible issues or side effects of marijuana. And they give you these lists as a way to somehow keep it as like a, I think is it Title 1 or Section 1? I think it's Title 1. A Title 1 drug. Which the only reason it's a fucking Title 1 drug is because fucking Nixon didn't want the fucking hippies to keep smoking pot and just fucking challenging him on everything he did. So he fucking made that shit a Title 1 drug and started locking people up. But what the fuck ever, let's not get into the fucking political side of this because it makes me so angry. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's all this bullshit. And then when you go look at the side advocating for marijuana usage, not only is there an overabundance of study and an overabundance of information, there's also an overabundance of uses for marijuana. It's not like something that you can only use for one thing or in one way. There's so many ways to use marijuana that don't even involve smoking. So people who don't like to smoke, and that was like the excuse for why you think marijuana should be banned because it's smoked like cigarettes, you don't even have to smoke it anymore. You can literally just extract all the good properties from the marijuana and put it in something. You can cook it, you can vape it, like actual e-juice vape, not just putting it in a vaporizer and having that shit be fucking combusted in your fucking face. Not that. And it's just good for so many things. It helps so many people for seizures and epilepsy. It's even helping people for schizophrenia. It helps with stress, anxiety. It can help with paranoia. It does not always make you paranoid. It can help you with paranoia. It can mellow you out. It can help with insomnia. Oh my god, insomnia. Does it help with insomnia? Fuck. Yes, I had fucking so many trouble sleeping for so many years. It's so good for so many things, and now they're finding studies that it's an integral parts of study for larger problems, larger issues. For instance, in Alzheimer's, if you smoke marijuana, you are less likely to get Alzheimer's or dementia. And it's because of it's because of the THC though. It's not just because it's because of the THC. And I forgot, I'll post a link down below because there's a few articles, so I'll probably post a couple of them down below about about the science behind it. But it's also, if you smoke it, like, I'm sorry you guys, I'm way too lit to like fucking remember fucking scientific terms. I'm sorry, I'm gone beyond that. Also, if you, damn it, I fucked myself up. Oh, if you already have Alzheimer's or you already have dementia and you're losing memory, it can actually slow it down. Weed can slow it down. If you have HIV, they tested babies with THC. Children that were born with HIV, they tested them with THC. Not only did they see a dramatic reduction in tissue damage, but they saw a dramatic normalization in cell counts. They saw those same results in adults. They're literally thinking that weed is one of the ways they might find to cure HIV. Are you fucking kidding me? And this drug is still illegal. And what's even crazier is there are certain states, there's almost half of the states have it medically, if not more than that actually. And there's so many states now that are, it's like rapidly legalization is happening. But if you follow the money, it's the money. Because weed is bad for business. Because marijuana, many people would rather smoke marijuana than smoke cigarettes or drink alcohol. So it's bad for both industries. And there are a bunch of people in alcohol lobbies, and there's a bunch of people in the tobacco lobbies who are advocating, who are trying to get the marijuana licenses, because you know only certain people can distribute, even in legal states and recreational medical states and recreational states. Only certain people can distribute it. Only certain people can move it from place to place. Like, you can't just take your weed, your crop, you can't just take your weed, put it in a truck out back, and take it to your other location. You have to call a company who has to come and do that. It has to be scheduled, and they have to do it. And in most places, there's only 1 or 2 companies that can do it. There's only 1 or 2 people that can do it. And there are lobbies and there are big companies who are trying to buy their way into states. So when the infrastructure is ready in a new state that they are ready to go into, they buy their way in there. They make it so they pretty much have a monopoly on the market before it even starts. And they don't want the distribution market, no. They just want to be the only ones who can actively grow it en masse, and they want to be the only ones who can transport it from place to place. There's a lot of money in that. And eventually, we'll be talking about which bank the money can go in, because dispensaries still cannot put their money in banks. In case you didn't know that. That's another fucking stupid fucking thing. So that's what bothers me about weed, is that the reason it's illegal right now, on the face of it, you see people like Jeff Sessions who are just crazy, and they're just crazy old men who, I don't know, at some point in their life, something happened. They saw something they weren't supposed to see or something, and they just got, oh my god, these nails just scratched my fucking skin off. It felt great though. At some point, something just happened to them, and I don't know, maybe they just watched Reefer Madness too many times, I don't know. But something happened, and they completely are just disillusioned, and can never be told the truth. And for those people, that's unfortunate, but that's only on the face of it. Underneath that, there are people who know. It's just like climate change. There are people who obviously know the truth. They're not that stupid. Like, they might pretend that they were that way on television, but you know they're not that stupid. And the day that climate change is lucrative for them, they'll be right out there saying, yes, let's do it. It's the same thing for marijuana, and they're trying to get their grubby hands on it too. So that's my problem, is that it just comes down to money, and in the meantime, there are people suffering who shouldn't be suffering. Especially people with PTSD, children who suffer from tremors and seizures, people with intense paranoia, people with intense anxiety. It's just crazy that people live with these problems, and they're problems you don't even think about, but depression is another one. And then insomnia, which is linked a lot to depression. And these issues that we could treat so easily with the use of a simple drug. And it's like, some people don't even like calling it a drug, because it's a plant that grows outside that literally, it's one of the only ones that doesn't need you to do anything to it. You can throw the seeds outside, it'll grow by itself if you just throw it outside and you're in a place that'll, has good fucking climate. It'll grow by itself, and you just have to go there and cut the buds off. That's literally all you have to fucking do to it. Other drugs, you gotta process it and do all this other kind of shit. It's really just there. You just smoke it. Just like tobacco. Tobacco, when it doesn't have everything else in it, is still kind of bad for you. But it's definitely not as bad as cigarettes, because in cigarettes they add all these different chemicals and things like that. I don't know. Man, I don't know why we just, I don't know. It's just shitty that we still live in a time and place where even with the overabundance of information, the radical will of the people, because most people are for marijuana legalization, even those who don't smoke marijuana, because the truth is getting out to the benefits of marijuana, and people don't want to deny that to people. So it's really just mind-boggling to me. And states, man, states where it's on the ballot, when it goes on the ballot, it goes through. And normally by massive percentages, like normally like 90% or more. Here, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, they just decriminalized it. Our city council unanimously decriminalized it just a couple weeks ago. And trust me, people are just waiting on a ballot. Like, people are just waiting on a ballot. People here are so ready to just be able to legally smoke weed here. It's like people are just waiting on a ballot. There's as soon as I see it there, as soon as I see it, they're so ready. I guarantee you, it'll probably be the most people ever at polling stations that I've ever seen since my time living here. I'm about to move from here. Very soon. I've been here for 5 years now, almost 6. And I swear, if they put marijuana on the ballot, like recreational marijuana on the ballot, even looser medical on the ballot, we'd probably see the most people we've ever seen at the polls, ever. But anyway, I had a lot more to say, but I'm like too lit to really think about it, and like I feel like this video is too long, so I'm trying to keep these videos much shorter for you guys because I just don't want to take up like so much time out of your life, because I know like when I'm trying to watch people's YouTube videos, like even people I like and people I'm subscribed to, I'm like, oh, this video is so long. Even if I love them, I'm just like, oh, it's so long. Like it takes me so much effort to like sit there and watch the whole thing. So I'm trying to make them shorter for you guys, so I'm gonna try to just start fucking cutting these off. But anyway, I love you so much. You're fucking beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're a model. You look like Linda Evangelista. Did you sew those tight? Fuck Trump. Fuck white supremacists. I don't really have anything else to say. I love you guys.